Welcome to Founders Future, a podcast powered by Closers.io, where we dive into the journeys of innovative entrepreneurs and explore the road ahead for them and their companies. I'm your host, Ammar, and in each episode, we uncover the stories behind impactful ventures, the challenges faced along the way, and the strategies driving their future growth. Today, we are absolutely thrilled to have Rajatpreet Singh Modi, the founder and managing partner of Global Trademark Company, a firm specializing in global trademark registration and intellectual property services. With over 8 years of experience in trademark and contract law, Rajatpreet has successfully registered more than 3,000 trademarks in the US and has garnered over 1,100 five-star reviews on platforms like Fiverr. His company aims to provide affordable and efficient trademark services to businesses worldwide. Rajatpreet,
Yeah.
welcome to Founders Future.
Thank you so much, Amar, and thank you for the introduction. It was really good, and I'm excited to be here.
I'm excited to have you. I always like to start from the beginning. Take the listeners back to before you started your company. What were you doing at that time, and what was the motivation behind starting the company in the first place?
Yeah, definitely. I did my law school in India, and while doing internships, there are very less opportunities for students to work, especially in the legal field in India. So I started experimenting with freelancing platforms after getting my license to do paralegal work. So
Yeah.
paralegals are students who are in a law school. They're not actually lawyers, but
Yep.
they're somewhere in the between. So that got me a lot of exposure. And then I got interested in intellectual property, specifically because at that time there was like a big e-commerce boom. So everyone was creating new brands, creating new products, and there was a lot of stuff happening in the intellectual property space, and that got me interested. So then I started interning with a few law firms doing that. And then I started working as an intellectual property consultant after
Okay.
getting my master's in it. And I started working with a consultancy firm, which was run by two of my seniors.
Okay.
And they were very supportive, great mentors. And that's when we started taking a lot of international clients, and with the international clients came international work. So we used to do a lot of contract consultancy, merger and acquisitions, and all of that, and also
Wow.
a little bit of intellectual property. But the with what with and then inflection came when the COVID hit. So when COVID
Mm,
hit and everything went online, there was a lot of e-commerce again. A lot of Amazon sellers started approaching us, and one problem that we identified was that our clients' brands were getting copied very quickly. So if our client is selling in India, it's selling in US, and 3 months down the line, we see someone using the same brand name in Japan, Canada, Australia, wherever our client is not putting much attention
yeah,
at the moment. And this got us into a lot of legal battles with those copy brands, and it was not a good experience for anyone. For our clients lost a lot of business, and there was a lot of expenses which they did not see. And so we decided that we should create something for these businesses that want to expand globally but don't have capital to protect their brand, and give them a one platform where they can do the registrations all over the world. So basically one
yeah,
stop shop. So let's say you are a business owner, you come to us, you say, okay, I want to register my brand in US, right? What we do is we give them an option that you can register in US, and we will make sure that all the other countries, at least we check that nobody else is using it. And if someone tries to use it, we stop them before it becomes a big issue. So that became one of our USPs, where we
mm,
provided a single platform, a cost effective platform, because when you're dealing with lawyers, someone says $200, someone says $1,000. There is no transparency in the market. So
yeah,
we brought that we will give you one stop platform with fixed prices, and then you can be sure that in future, if you want to expand your brand in different countries, you don't have to deal with these copycats, and you can easily expand your brand.
for sure. Yeah, and I see on your website like it's very clear pricing options. You can instantly go there and you can instantly see for this country, this is how much it's going to cost, all that good stuff. I'm assuming when it comes to who you work with, who you help, how you help them, it's very simple. You work with businesses, brands that want to protect their intellectual property. Is that fair to say?
Yes, exactly. And not even, I won't say just protect, but also to make sure nobody else is using it. So we have a whole stack of services on it.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, help me understand. What are all the different services that you guys provide?
yeah, sure. But before that, I should, I think, introduce my company and its team because it's not a one-man show. I, along with my business partner, he's in India, I'm in Germany right now, and we have a team of 12 people spread across three continents. So we have a team in India, we have a team in US, and we have a few consultants based all over the world, specifically in all the countries we provide service in. So it's a around a group of 14 to 16 people helping us running this operation. And when coming to services, which starts with the basic one, which is registration. So once you have the registration, then we build a stack over it. So the first is monitoring, where you just give us your brand name and we do the monitoring, as in we constantly look at other countries and who what trademarks are being registered there and make sure none of them matches with our existing client. So we use an AI algorithm for it to match the names. And if we get any notification that this name is very similar to our client's name, we just inform them and take the action further. And along with that, we are also expanding into patents, a patent,
Wow.
because that's also one of the main pain points for our clients. And along with that, we help in trademark enforcement, where we help our clients to take down fake products
Yeah,
or counterfeit products or unauthorized use of their brand. So it's an entire stack over the trademark registration service. So whatever comes, we are there to just help them start with it.
got it. Okay. And then let's say a client comes to you and they want to get all of this stuff sorted out. Let's say I want to get the trademark. I want to check if anybody else is using it. I want to make sure I'm protected. How long does that process typically take?
So the first step is that we do a trademark search, right?
Okay.
And this is also one of the main points where it the scalability becomes an issue, is that every request has to be manually checked.
Mm,
So that takes along 1 to 2 days, depending on how many countries you want to get, how many product classes do you have.
yeah.
Once that is done, then we send a report to the client that this is the search report result, whether they should go ahead with it or not, or whether they should make some changes. And once that is done, then we send the application to our attorneys to file it.
Yeah.
So the entire process takes around 7 to 10 days, depending on how the search results basically. Because
Yeah.
many times there is a lot of back and forth that this name is not working, this name is not working. And yeah, this is also one of the things that we are planning in future to have AI also help us with this.
Got it. Got it. Yeah, this 7 to 10 days is still not that long at all. I thought you were gonna say 7 months, but 7 to 10 days is not long at all. I think that's pretty good.
So for filing the initial application, we have to be very quick because we do the search today. We don't know that someone will file the same name tomorrow. We don't know.
For sure, for sure. That makes a lot of sense. Now, what does something like this typically cost? Let's say if I'm based in the US,
Mhm.
what are we talking about when it comes to how much it costs?
Okay. Yeah, I think I'll have to explain the process a little further. Yeah, so 7 to 10 days it takes to file the application, and then it takes another 6 to 7 months for the government offices to review it,
Yeah.
right? And there are two barriers for us. First is the trademark office. We have to convince them that they should give us this name, right?
Yeah.
And we have the third parties. So let's say you file a trademark for Founders Future, someone will say, I don't want you to have Founders Future. So then we have to fight them out. So that is called third party obligations. So
Yeah.
this to pass entire this test, it takes around a year at least. Yeah.
A
So
year?
yeah. To get the trademark from filing to the certificate, it takes 1 year
Yeah.
at least.
And it's mainly because the governments are slow.
Yeah, we can say that. And also because there is a huge volume of applications. If you
Yeah,
see
yeah,
US,
yeah, true.
US and China makes up almost 90% of the global
Yeah.
trademark applications. So they are pretty stressed. Yeah, but it's very transparent. So on
So,
the
yeah. So if I'm in the US, how much would that process cost me?
So initial applications are standard fee, that is $250 we charge for one class, right? Let's say the USPTO gives an objection that they want some changes. So we have a different price list for that depending on the issue.
Got it.
So it can be anywhere from 200 to $500 more. And then if there is a third party objection that someone else comes and say they don't want you to have it, that fighting them is a little bit more costly and depends on how many hours it takes. So if everything goes smoothly, then you have a trademark for $250,
Yeah.
right? But if there are barriers in the middle, then the cost increases. But maximum any client has ever paid is for a trademark with us is $3,000. Yeah, but on an average, it takes $250 to $500 to get the trademark.
Got it. Now, how do you actually attract these clients? Like for you guys, when it comes to the lead generation and the marketing, what are all the things that you have in place to acquire your customers?
Okay. So our primary, we have multiple channels.
Yeah.
First is obviously our Fiverr, my Fiverr account and my business partner's Upwork account because we are using it since 8 years now almost
Yeah.
and have a lot of good reviews on it. So we get a lot of clients from there. Second big source is our B2B clients. So we work with a lot of Amazon agencies and drop shipping academies. They refer their students and their clients to us. So that is one,
Very cool.
yeah. And the third is our old clients. So our existing clients, we have almost 1,500 clients on our contact list. So they give us work from time to time.
Like
Uh,
repeat business, really?
I'm sorry.
Like repeat business. People come back multiple times for different businesses.
Yeah, obviously. So we have clients like serial entrepreneurs. They are always starting something new, some
Yeah.
new brand. Many business owners, they consult with us regularly. So these are three of our major channels. We don't spend a lot on outward marketing because that place is cutthroat, right? Some of our competitors have millions of dollars of funding. They can funnel in money in that. So we usually go B2B route or LinkedIn marketing. We contact business owners on LinkedIn and we contact clients with a lot of product portfolios. For example, FM, fast moving consumer goods. The one business will have 100 brands. So
Hmm.
those are the businesses that we go for because that
Yeah.
provides us continuous work.
Got it. Got it. Okay, very interesting. Do you find that lead generation is a challenge for you guys because there's no outbound or paid ads? Or how have you found it so far?
I think it is the industry because as a business owner, if you want a trademark done or you get your brand registered, you usually go to your lawyer or you go to your accountant and ask them, do you know anyone who does this? Or most of
Yeah.
the times, the business owners or entrepreneurs don't even know that they need to get it registered. So in that case, their lawyers or their consultants become our clients, and
Got
then that's how they trust us more. So the outward marketing or the paid marketing will work if the client knows and he goes and search for it, but
it.
that percentage is very small.
Got it. Okay, very interesting. So let's say a lead comes in. How does the sales process look? What are the steps for them to go through for them to become a paying client?
Yeah. So if you go to our website, there is only one way to get started is either you fill a contact form or you fill a trademark search form, right? In the trademark search form, client gives us the basic details about their brand, what product they're going to launch, and in which country they are looking to register it. They gave us their email ID, and then that request goes to our team. That team conducts a trademark search, sends the client a report that is it good to go or we need to make changes.
Awesome.
And once everything is finalized, once we have a good brand name, we have good product and everything, then we send an invoice for the services. Once they pay, then we finalize the application and file it.
Awesome.
And once the application is filed, then they get regular updates on their email regarding the status of their application. And starting next month, they will be also able to check it on the website. We have calibrated the data. There was so much legacy data with us that it took a lot of time, but starting
Yeah.
next, they will be able to check it on the website.
Nice.
So that's how they become paying clients. And
Yeah.
then there is a whole life cycle, right? Once the trademark is registered, you need to maintain it. You need to file every in US, like in US, we have to file every 5 years. Every
So
5
then, does the client also get charged $250 every 5 years?
No, not exactly. That is a fixed fee. They only have to charge 5 years is a maintenance fee. So we send them a email saying that do you want to maintain the trademark or not? And if they say yes, then we send them the charges there because USPTO fee changes almost every 2 to 3 years. So we cannot tell them the price, what they're gonna pay for maintenance right now because it's 5 year down the line.
Oh, so the US is the one that decides how much it costs to maintain.
Yeah, there's a fee there with every
Okay.
application. There is
The government is always trying to get something, aren't they?
yeah.
That's crazy. Okay. Very cool. Very cool. I like that a lot. I really like this business model. What do you feel like is the biggest challenge you're facing right now as the founder?
Okay. Right now, our biggest challenge is actually the initial trademark search. When the client comes in, we have a very less time to capture that client because the client is gonna put a request to multiple companies, right? So the
Mm,
first step is to do the search results and send it to them, which is a manual process.
yeah.
And right now, we are working with the EU IPO. EU IPO has a wonderful API. However, that cannot be used commercially. So we are trying to get some kind of arrangement with that, that we can get the API data and so that we can have at least some kind of automation in the search result so that
Yeah,
the
that'd be
clients get to
nice.
know in 5 minutes or 10 minutes whether it is possible.
Yep.
And then probably the next step, once they become a paid client or once they show more interest, we can do a manual one. I think that's
Yeah.
the biggest obstacle to the scalability of this business model right now.
I get what you mean because you're trying to do that before they've even paid. Have you ever thought about having them pay before you start the trade mark search?
Yeah, we tried that and it didn't work out because we get the request. If we take money before confirming whether this is possible or not, then the refund percentage becomes very high. So client says, "Oh, you're not doing it. I will find someone else who will do it." They might not take our advice, and that way we have to refund them, and
Yeah,
then
yeah, yeah.
it becomes a problem with our payment gateway if the refunds go too high. So that's why we try to take money after we are sure
Yeah.
yes, this will work.
No, that makes perfect sense. When you think about your goals and your vision and where you want to go for the future, what do the next 6 to 12 months look like for you guys?
Okay, I usually think in the windows of 3 years.
Okay, show me 3 years.
Yeah. So for immediate this year, our plan is to consolidate all our databases and build an AI agent on it so that our clients can get instant advice, at least, which should be at least 90% accurate, right?
Wow.
Because right now, our success percentages in trademark applications is around 92%.
Okay.
That for every 100 applications, we get 92 of them through,
Okay.
and with objections is more than 95%.
Yeah.
So we don't want to get those numbers down at any cost.
Yeah, yeah.
However, to convert the clients, we need to be get down our 24 hours to 48 hours turnaround time to at least 8 hours. And right now we can do it by hiring more people, but that's not a sustainable way to grow. Hence, we are trying to build an AI agent on all the data and also get API access from the governments.
Hmm.
We can create a model that can give instant advice. So that's the
Yeah.
immediate plan for the next 12 months. And in the next 3 years, we would like to expand from 30 countries to at least 100 countries, and probably also have offices in every continent of the world.
I love that. That's amazing. What's one tip you would give to new entrepreneurs that are just starting out in 2025?
Okay, that's a deep question. But I would say persistence. Just keep going at it, and compounding is a big thing. I think people don't take it very seriously, but if you put enough work in something you like for 2, 3, 4 years, you can build something nice. And one thing is you have to build sustainably.
Mm,
We are completely bootstrapped from day one. We already had clients from day one, and that gives us a lot of control over where we go. Sometimes external funding is, it looks nice, but it gives you a lot of pressure, investor pressure. You might not do what you really want to do. So say persistence and always be profitable. I'm old school.
yeah,
Always be profitable.
I like that. What's the best way for people to reach you?
It's on the website. If you contact me, I get the first leads. On my Fiverr account, you can reach out to me. And on my LinkedIn is quite open. So yeah, I'm available anywhere.
Perfect. I love it. So that wraps up another inspiring episode of Founders Future. Thank you so much, my friend, for coming on, sharing your journey, sharing your insights with us today. To our listeners, if you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to subscribe to Founders Future wherever you listen to your favorite podcasts. And if you're looking to scale your business and enhance your sales and marketing efforts, visit closers.io to discover how we can support your growth journey. Until then, keep on climbing.